Oh, hello everyone. Or do we have like four people?
I think so.
Hi.
Oh, where's the 929?
Oh no, that's 9:29. That's the
The time. Oh, how many
minutes.
minutes? Oh, I see. Okay.
Aha.
Okay.
So maybe we can talk about your trip so far.
Yeah.
Just
So
before.
I just flew in to Tokyo this afternoon. I woke up at 3:45 and I just got here. We had a lovely lunch together with Maya and Kenji. And today also happens to be my 40th birthday.
Hey.
Yeah, thank you. So it's been wonderful here. So, yeah, could you tell us a little bit about where we are right now?
Sure, yeah. So welcome, Hanul, to Communica's office.
I don't know how to change the camera, but
yeah. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, which is in kind of Omotesando, Harajuku area. And we're very excited to have Hanul come visit our office.
this is really nice.
Yeah.
And before
Oh, it says, people are commenting. It says like, hello everyone, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Have yourself an amazing day.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you. Maybe we can also have
Watch it here.
screen
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
Oh,
there we go.
Wow.
So maybe.
Now I can read.
Yeah.
We can read.
Ramesh.
Oh, hi. Happy birthday. Thank you. Wow. Can you hear me okay? Can you type yes if you can hear me? Okay.
True.
Yeah. I'm gonna check on. Okay.
Oh, it says yes. Thank you so much.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, so I can't believe Hanul is here only for the day. She made a whole. She's here on a day trip.
Wow.
From Korea.
Yes. So I've never actually done this before. I've been to Tokyo. I think this is maybe my 5th time. I was here on a personal trip. I was here with my mom, with my husband when I was still pregnant with my first child. And I came here for the Tokyo workshop, which we hosted last year in November.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Tokyo workshop was the last. Okay. Well, we have quite a bit of questions to cover in a short amount of time. So we're just going to get settled in. If you are watching us live, can you type in the chat which city, which country you are logging in from? So let us know in the chat. Okay. So, Kenji, how did you find this office?
Just among the COVID-19, we try to find a kind of the studio because we have to talk with our customers by online.
Yeah. Can you talk or can you try moving your hand?
Moving hand, okay. Okay. You don't need my face. Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah. Tell us how you found this beautiful office space.
From Sri Lanka,
From
Switzerland.
Sri Lanka. Wow.
Switzerland?
Wow.
Oh
my gosh.
Wow.
I'm yeah.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe this is. I don't know, but maybe she's on the workation.
Or
no.
Switzerland.
So
hi,
Switzerland.
Brad. Yeah, Switzerland.
Wow.
That's my friend.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, we are live. Okay. All right. So, yes. Hello, everyone. Hello. We're coming to you live from Tokyo, Japan. I am here at the Communica office, and with Maya Konishi and Kenji Yamamoto. So this Q&A is for people who have either attended the Power Talk last month in person or online, or if you have seen some clips on Instagram and you were really curious to find out what we talked about, now is the time to do some rapid fire Q&A. So here's the backstory. During the Power Talk event, we had over 20 questions that came in. We just did not have enough time to answer all of them. So I decided to fly to Tokyo. I flew in today. This is a day trip. And so I am sitting down with Maya and Kenji to answer the questions that were not answered during the Power Talk. So we are going to do the questions that were submitted, pre-submitted first. And once we're done, we're gonna spare some time. Type it away in the chat. And we see people logging in from Sri Lanka, Switzerland. So
And from
say hello.
Japan.
すごい。
Yeah.
Fukui.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. So Maya, Kenji, would you like to say hello to the viewers?
Hello,
Hello.
everybody. Whenever, oh, there we
Hello.
go. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to our office in Hanel. Welcome to Tokyo. We're so excited to have you here. I can't believe that you're spending your birthday with us. We're so thrilled and so honored to have you. And yeah, we're just very excited to see what happens in this hour.
Yeah, could you tell the viewers like what you do?
Oh, okay.
So
like
people
a
who are not
self-introduction.
familiar.
Oh, right. Okay. So this is Communica's office where we teach English and leadership to mainly Japanese people, but some non-Japanese people as well. And this is a place for people to gather and learn about.
Sorry, I keep. I have to go out.
It's okay.
That's okay. It's okay. For people to maybe take on a new challenge or step up their career or just kind of hopefully become more successful. That's what this office is for.
Okay, so Kenji.
That's great. Yeah, I established this company, but now CEO is Maya. I'm just a chairman, work for Maya. I'm just a coach for leadership. Welcome to our session. Thank you. And happy
Yay.
birthday.
Thank
Hano.
you.
Yeah.
Today is my 40th birthday. Oh, yeah, I am celebrating my 40th birthday with Maya and Kenji. It's been so special. And let's get to the questions because we have a lot of them. So question number 1, for all the speakers, when you look back, what was a key factor that helped you make an important leap in your career? Okay, Kenji, let's start with you.
Okay. There are many things. If I pick up one, maybe that was a moving company from IBM to Oracle.
Okay, we need
Because
you to get it.
originally, when I joined IBM, I imagined I work for the IBM for entire my business life. That's been more than 40 years. But when I was 35 years old, I moved to Oracle. Suddenly, my responsibility or human relation is getting bigger, directly working with the global people. I believe that is the biggest one. Thank you.
Okay. Yay. Maya, what was
I think a key factor that helped me make an important leap in my career was quitting my banking job. That was the first job that I had. And I thought that I would be an investment banker for the rest of my life. But I'm glad that I decided to take the leap of faith and start working as a freelancer and now CEO.
Yeah. So for me, it was being a mom, becoming a mom. So before I became a mom, I had all the resources available, like time was on my side. After becoming a mom, I have limited resources, especially time, which motivated me to start my own online business. My baby was 7 months old. I couldn't find a full-time job. I couldn't even find a part-time job. So I thought to myself, what can I do with just a laptop at home? That just did not take a lot of investment to start a company. So that's how BBB was born. So for me, it was becoming a mom. All right. So second question, why are you guys in white today and why not Kenji? So this was a live question we got on November 19th. If you have seen the replay, we were all wearing white except for Kenji. And you might be wondering today, why is everybody wearing black? So let's answer the first question. Why were you wearing white?
Just because, well, so we were talking, you
Yeah.
know, what is the venue going to be like? And and I asked Hanel, what colors should I avoid? And then you said like dark colors. So I thought, okay, why not go with white?
Yeah.
I did pass the message on to Ken as well, but he said that he wanted to stick with his black routine.
Yeah, because I'm Apple.
Oh, you're from
Yeah.
Apple. You're Apple.
Every time formal means black.
Formal means black. Oh,
That's it.
okay. I wore white because I knew the backdrop color was going to be blue. And, you know, my hair is long, it's pretty dark. So if I'm wearing black, I didn't want to blend in with the background. There was no special meaning for the color choice, but that was the reason. And today I thought, okay, I wore white last time, wear black. And also coming from a television background, I care a lot about the visuals. And when I saw Maya's video recording, I noticed that you had a pretty warm white background. So to give that contrast, I wore something dark today. And you know, the coffee cup is white. So I did my homework.
Wow.
Because you don't want to blend in with the background. So you just want to make sure the face is popping out. So people are paying attention to you. You're kind of
Wow.
yeah. So that was the reason.
Didn't know.
Yeah. All right. Next question. We're question number 3. We have 20 questions to go. What are the appealing points for you to live as an entrepreneur? Kenji?
Until 50 years old, I was just a business guy working for a big company. That's it. So what I can say, I established a Communica when I was 50 years old. I established this kind of very curious, strange, unique company. That I can say I'm an entrepreneur. That's the answer.
Yeah. Why do you love being an entrepreneur?
It's a long stories, but I was an engineer. I'm very familiar with the technology.
Yeah.
Suddenly, gradually, I started to recognize more important is human, more people, communication. So I changed my career to start this business.
Oh, yeah. So people and communication were
so
appealing
the
factors.
company name is Communica. Yeah.
So it's like communication.
Yeah.
Without TION.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Maya?
So if any of the listeners are considering like, should I start my own company or should I quit my like day job? Then I think that one of the perks of running your own company is being able to manage your own schedule. That was a huge one for me because when I was in banking, it was set hours and you couldn't leave the office, at your own will. Like you had to go and seek your boss and see if it was okay for you to leave. And so I mean, I think that really relieves a lot of stress. Like when you have to work, you want to work, so you're gonna work hard, but you don't have to work all the time. And you don't have to work like 9 to 5. You can work whatever hours you want to.
Yeah, when you feel the most productive, most creative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that may not be during those time hours,
That's true.
And that's why I may be able to play golf like on the weekdays and then work on the weekends.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
You set the rules, you set the terms.
Right.
For me, the appealing points as an entrepreneur, and this kind of goes back to my personality. I love results, and I'm a very results-driven person. And I love getting results fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really do well with jobs where there's a lot of process and authorization before you see the actual finished product.
Yeah.
So being an entrepreneur, you really can do things with speed, with velocity. If you have an idea, you can just act on it. Like this, for example. I had this crazy idea. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't have a boss. I'm my own boss. So I can go and take action. The Power Talk was born out of just an idea, just a conversation.
Right.
And I said, okay, let's find a venue. Let's hire the video guys. Let's get the landing page set up. So I love being able to execute an idea and get results in a fast way without someone going through
like the authorization process and like having to explain why the idea is a good idea.
Yeah. So, well, I'm now kind of like a solopreneur, but if BBB becomes bigger and there are more employees, I'm sure there will be some checks and balances.
Right.
But right now I'm taking advantage of, doing it almost, without any block, what do you call them? Like people
in the way.
People in the way.
Bottlenecks.
Bottlenecks. Yeah. All right. So question number 4, when you have trouble with your employee, how do you handle your employee? For example, Maya wanted to quit more than 100 times. How did you do? So I think this question came up because at the Power Talk, Maya explained that she was fired by Kenji more than 100 times. This is before she became a CEO. And the question is asking, when you have trouble with your employee, i.e. Maya,
how do you
handle that?
Okay, so my philosophy is very simple. Number 1 is listen. Listen very deeply. And the second one is empowerment. No argue, no score something, nothing. Listen and empower. Because I know better than my employee. Because I'm old, I have more experience. So that is my style. Listen and empower.
Okay, listen and empower. Okay, so I think this question was for you, Kenji. So we'll move on to the next question. Question number 5. What is the best thing you did in your 30s that you think everyone else should do? This is a really interesting.
You should start because you just turned 40. So
my God. Yeah, I did. I just turned 40.
So looking back to your 30s, welcoming this day.
Oh, wow. I don't have one answer,
Maybe
but the
multiple.
best thing was to not take no for an answer. Basically, after I became a mom, I keep going back to that story because being a mom has been a turning point in my identity. I first gave birth to my child at 35, at the second one at 38, almost 39. So my life before and after the baby is very different. So one of the best things I did was giving birth and not taking no for an answer. So when people, even like society tells you, you should do this because you're a mom, or all these restrictions that were placed on you because you're a mom. I was, to be honest, really angry, and I wanted to fight it. And I wanted to prove that I can do this. Just watch me. So that's how, and not everybody would agree with me, but that's the way I pushed myself. Just watch me. I can do more. I can go beyond than just being a mom, a stay-at-home mom. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. What about you? What's the best thing you did in your 30s?
I think, partly kind of going back to the perks of being an entrepreneur, for me, health is very important. And in my 30s, I started taking more naps whenever I felt like it.
Yeah.
So I think that taking naps and also like taking care of my health, like working out and eating healthy and exercising, I think like taking time to, kind of for a health regimen was a really good habit that I put into place in my 30s. Because I think I was more like free in my 20s, kind of like
You
stay
didn't
up
take
late,
care
or
of yourself.
I've always been a health freak, but but less, I could stay up later, or I could go out and like stay out all night, but like I don't do that at all now. Like, sleep at a certain time, wake up at a certain time.
That's
like
so important. Yeah, taking care of your health. What about you, Kenji?
I can say about the healthy in my subject. I slept 2 hours every day. I drank too much, so I want to change the subject. I can say I started working with the global people seriously. Before that, working for IBM, there are too many people. I read the English document every day, but communication is mainly by email.
Yeah.
But when I moved to Oracle, my boss was changed to American people. Every day I had a phone call. I had started to hire American people, Indian people, English people, Canadian people. All of the people working with me, more than 50% is a global people.
Yeah.
So that's it. I can say that was start my global business.
Oh.
So I encourage everybody. You should start working with more globally. Just for lunch, just for travel. No, you have to work every day with global people. That's my suggestion.
Yeah, right. So now with the onset of online meetings, you don't need to have this geographical barrier to meet and interact with global people. So great advice. Moving on to the next question. Ooh, this is a good one. What would you choose? What you love or what you are good at? Ah.
I think the simple answer for me would be you can't choose. I think you should do both. It should be an element of both. You should do what you're good at and what you love at the same time. And usually I think those two things coincide. If you love something, then you do it more. So you practice, like you're gaining practice as you go along, and you become good at it.
True, but I also I have seen people who love something, but they're not really good at it.
Really?
They just love
like
it.
a hobby?
Like a hobby, but it's not up to that professional level where they can really monetize on it. So
that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, but like I have a passion. I love art. So up until high school, I was an art major. Like I almost went into an art school, but I decided not to pursue it because my mom, she majored in art and she saw me and she's like, no, you're not going to be a fine artist. So I was not good at it to the point where I can really make money, make a living, become an artist. So
really,
yeah, do something that you love. But I also, sometimes people don't have a very accurate picture of their skill set. So what I did was I started with what I was good at, and then just test the market, right? Let's say you make these jewelry, you make a sample, go out on the street and sell it. See how many people buy it. If no one buys it, no matter how passionate you are, you love jewelry, like the market is not responding. So BBB, when I started, I taught MCs how to become better at hosting events in English. And here's a secret, guys. MCing was not my passion.
Oh.
I didn't do it because I was passionate about MCing. I did it because that's what people wanted to learn from me. I wanted to teach people how to interview and how to be on television, but number-wise, there were more MCs who needed help than people who were going to appear on television.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, so I will share what I know about MCing skills, and a lot of the skill sets from TV is transferable. And right now I am pivoting. I am helping non-native speakers show up confidently on stage, more in the business professional realm. And don't take this the wrong way, but English is not my passion. I'm not a language nerd. You're shocked, right?
No,
But
I'm sad.
But what I am obsessed about, I'm passionate about transformation.
Hmm.
I'm passionate about seeing someone transform from an insecure, has this inferiority complex, to
Mhm.
someone who can thrive and just really realize their value. And English is just a medium. Emceeing is just a medium. All I've been doing is I was helping transforming people to take that courage to become that confident version of themselves.
Mhm.
I can teach them how to do emceeing in English. I can teach them how to speak in English, or I could teach them, how to be a mom and a businesswoman. So the tools can be different, but my passion has been the same. The thing is, so here, let me just tell you a little bit. I love stickers. So when I was a stay-at-home mom, BBB was 1 out of 10 ideas, 10 business ideas I tried. And the 9 business ideas that failed, one of them, I was selling Halloween stickers online because I just love stickers.
Wow.
And I couldn't find pretty stickers in Korea. So what I did was I went to Amazon. I bought like 500 the huge rolls of Halloween stickers. I opened up a Coupang, which is kind of like Korean version of Amazon.
Okay.
I become a Coupang seller and I started selling stickers online. No one bought the stickers.
Wow.
But I thought it was really cute. So my first advice is test the market to see if your people responds. And then if you are really not passionate about that, then you should think of something else. But that is my personal take on.
Interesting.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're kind of like an entrepreneur at heart. You like doing business.
I guess I never saw myself as an entrepreneur.
But
But-
you have that spirit.
Yeah, but I do believe if you do something, but if you're not making any money, it's a very expensive hobby. So I want to make some money by working, right? I'm not a philanthropist. I'm not doing like a nonprofit work. Of course, nonprofit is great. But at the end of the day, you want to get monetary compensation for what you have to provide. But if that's not what people want, no matter how much you love it, you think it's great, it's not going to work. So that's been my
Okay,
strategy.
so this is a very good question.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, your story is too interesting.
Yeah.
I lost my word.
So kind of like going,
Oh.
I'm kind of in a very opposite situation as what you were saying, because
Mhm.
I'm like a language nerd
Mhm.
at heart.
Mhm.
That's why I love like studying languages, and I think I was good at learning new languages also. So I can't see myself being an entrepreneur in any other field. Like
Oh.
I want to be an entrepreneur in this.
Mm.
This is the only thing I couldn't do stickers. Like for example,
Yes, I still have stickers.
so you guys want more?
It's stock that I couldn't sell.
Wow. Wow.
Ah.
Very different approach.
So you were asking
Ah.
earlier, like, what kind of lessons do I do? It's really like language based. And I think that's why a lot of my customers or clients come for me for like linguistic advice. And then like building on top of that, they want to know about like how can I do like a presentation or how can I speak in front of people. But I think at core, people see value in me as a language expert.
So
That's
the
kind of
different
interesting.
sounds, the way
And like different words,
Words.
vocabulary, where does it come from? How is it different from these different languages? And like,
Yeah.
what is the cultural background behind each word? Those
Uh-huh.
are things all like make me really excited. So
and I just
it's
like,
my hobby. So work is my hobby.
oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So this was a very nice question.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is a good. Yeah, thank you so much for
Wow.
submitting this question.
Whoever
Yeah.
submitted that,
Yeah.
on the too bad we didn't.
Because
get
I
to this.
didn't know. I mean, I thought you were like an avid MC? Like,
No.
I don't know if all your listeners want to know that,
but I think I do a better job at moderating panel discussions as an interviewer than an MC. Because to be honest, MCing is way easier than being an interviewer or a TV host.
Right.
And I thought, well, that's my specialty and that's what I can teach people. But the public wanted something else. So I just gave them what they wanted. And now the reason why I'm also shifting my focus to building up confident speakers professionally, I just threw it out there. That's what people wanted. And maybe some of you are watching this because you saw me on Instagram, you saw my reels, something that clicked. I'm like, yeah, this is what I want to become. This is what I want to do. So I'm just basically giving people what they want, because at the core, I want to transform people. I want them to have this life-changing jump. And if that's what people want, English, then that's what I give. Yeah. Anything to add? What you love or what you're good?
That's great.
Kenji has so many
question.
Yeah.
So
Kenji has, yeah, we have plenty of questions for Kenji, which means question number 7 to Kenji.
Here
Wow.
we go.
I respect your vision. What was your mindset in IBM, your first job? Was it similar to when you had your conversations with Steve Jobs?
Wow, it's an interesting question. So anyway, I really like to challenge new things, to expand my knowledge. So when I joined up IBM, what I thought is I can learn about technology, American business, business to business, many things. So when I met Steve Jobs, what I thought, I can learn from this genius. I can learn about business to consumer. I can learn about the product efficiency. What kind of meaning? So every time I was excited, so I can say it's same kind of the excitement I had even today.
Oh, okay.
Every day, because every energy of me is curiosity. Yeah.
Yeah, curiosity was a key word in your speech as well. But we're on question 8 and we have plenty other more to get to. So this one is from Susan. Maya, as being a bilingual person, there are many times we become bilingual, as in B-Y-E, bilingual. How do you find success in good delivery in both Japanese and English? Any tips?
So bilingual is just to make sure when you lose like both languages or you lose one of the languages, kind of.
I'm not Susan, so I'm not sure, but I think it is hinting to that fact you become a master of none.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, this is a difficult one. And there have been times in my life where I've lost one language and, kind of going back and forth like a seesaw. And I think the thing is you have to keep up with both. And it's very difficult because when you're not in that culture, when you're not immersed in that culture, then you can't catch up with what's going on. You don't know what the newest phrases are. You don't know, like how people are using the words and, So my tip would be you have to go live in both cultures and kind of adjust and
So I've been living in Korea for almost 10 years now, and I still was able to keep up with my English by watching reality TV shows on Netflix. And I've spent too many years outside of America, and on these reality TV shows, these girls are saying like, oh, I'll be your DoorDash. Let's DoorDash. I'm like, what's DoorDash? Right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like food delivery thing. So these like new vocabulary words that I don't know that everybody knows now, I was able to pick them up. And also I take a lot of online courses, those of you who know, and we have small accountability groups. So when I was building BBB, I was part of this accountability group where I was meeting every week. I woke up at 5 a.m. every week with my partner in California and a partner in Canada. So when I was talking to them, I was able to pick up their
Mhm.
phrases
Mhm.
that maybe was kind of rusty for me.
Mhm.
So that helped me
Right.
keep the balance, although I was physically not living in the US for such a long time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think when you're in that, like if you're in Korea or if I'm in Japan, you also need to focus on like adapting to that culture
Yeah.
and those phrases and what goes on in that country and
Uh-huh.
culture. So I think it's just a lot of learning constantly.
Yeah. Also, okay.
Keep it short.
Yeah. Question 9. How do you discover your true strength? There can be a gap between how you see.
Kind of going back to that
Yeah.
previous question.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think you were saying you have to try it out. Like you have to see, what the market is asking and if you're actually qualified to do it. So I think you have to, I know it's scary, but you need to get feedback from people. You
Yeah.
also need to I guess it depends on what your field is, but like for example, I'm thinking golf. Like if it's golf, then you need to participate in a golf competition and see how you do against your other peers. Or like for me, when I was growing up, I entered in a lot of like speech contests, English speech contests. And so I knew from that experience that I was a good English speaker. That gave me more confidence. So I think you need to like go out into the world and see like what
Where
the world,
you stand.
what your market value is, kind of.
Yeah. Also, like on the subject of discovering your true values, yeah, sometimes I can be my biggest critic. And there were 3 females who believed in me more than I believed in myself. And they are my mom, my sister, and my friend. And they all thought I was way better than the way I perceived myself. So you do need those people in your life who would believe in you more than you believe in yourself. And belief can be a very spiritual thing because you have to believe in something that is not there, right? You can't prove or convince someone to believe. Yeah, to have the absolute belief is to believe in something that you don't see. And sometimes you need someone else to tell you that. So my quick tip is, I know this is scary, but maybe find 10 people on your phone book or even 5 and just text them like, hey, I'm trying to do this exercise, or like I have this homework. What do you think my strengths are? Just ask them and see what they come up with. And you might be surprised. Yeah. Kenji, what about you?
Wow, it's tough question. Yeah, because honestly speaking, I don't know what is my strengths
Interesting.
at this age.
Oh,
Looks like I can do anything, but
yeah.
everything is not the professional level. It's the same for sports. I can do anything, but everything is not the professional level kind of things. I'm a kind of multi-talented people, but if I say my strength is a think why, that is equal curiosity.
Yeah.
I never believe very easily.
Oh, okay.
People say something, even the president say something, I don't believe. My style is every time I think why. So I'm a guy who can accept any leader. I can be a people who can help people kind of things.
Yeah.
Still struggling to find my strengths, or I will die without any specific strengths.
But you know what, Kenji, when I first met you, let's go back. Like it was the summer, and I was just having coffee with Maya at her hotel, and Maya didn't say Kenji was here or he was coming, and I've never met him before. I just knew who he was just by on the website. Okay, there's this guy and I know his name. But as soon as he walked in, and I tell this to everyone I meet, I felt the air changed when you walked in, and I just didn't know. You didn't even introduce him to me, but I just knew in my gut feeling, that's him. That's Kenji Yamamoto, right? And then I just felt like you come up with such a positive presence, that energy. Even without speaking, you fill the room. Like that was that coffee shop at the hotel lobby was, pretty big, but I could feel like the presence and the air change. And you have that unexplainable energy about you. And when I talked to you, I felt like, wow, this guy is so positive. And I asked you, like, I think, okay, why don't we skip to that question? Someone asks, for Kenji Yamamoto, I have for him whether his strong mindset, was it innate or was it developed over time while working in a foreign company? So are you naturally strong? Are you naturally positive, or did you develop the skill while working in a foreign company?
Strong.
Very strong?
From the start.
Okay. Could you tell us a little bit more? Any examples?
I think so. So this question, I believe both we need. Everybody has some kind of talent, strong, but we have to develop these things because of the all of the businesses are changing so quickly.
Yeah.
So we have to change. We have to adopt every changes. So in that case, we should be strong. You have to train yourself. Is my idea. But honestly speaking, thank you for my mother and the father. I was so strong when I was born already.
Okay, so something that you were born with, but something you also developed over time.
And also, I want to say additionally, when I met you first time, I was so happy with a bunch of the Malbon products.
I know! You had like the Malbon shopping bag, like, hey, this is for you, Maya.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. So Malbon made you happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have some limited time left, so we're gonna do this rapid fire style. Question. We are at question number 10. Oh, this is a big question, but let's try to answer it in a short time. Question 10 asks, what was your greatest challenge and how did you overcome it? Greatest challenge. How did you overcome it?
It's a long story. So
long
I
story.
can say very quickly. Very sad story. I lost my daughter when I was 32 years old. Before that, I was so hard every day. Too much. So this is a huge event. I changed my style. That is the biggest challenge. I will cry if I talk more.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I stop this here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the biggest challenge. So she helped me to change my life. Yeah.
And then you share yours, and then you can skip me.
Oh,
I don't have any big stories.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, greatest challenge. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I think my greatest challenge hasn't come yet.
Okay.
Oh,
Same.
Because I know there were challenges in my life, but I don't know if they're big enough to say like this was the greatest challenge. But I can foresee more challenges coming in my way. So if I have that big moment, maybe if I'm older and wiser like Kenji, I'll be able to share something. Let's move on to the next question. In the age of rapid technological change, what core qualities remain constant in ideal candidates for a global company? Wow, this question is so beautifully phrased. So in a time of rapid change, what remains constant for an ideal employee of a global company?
It's a nice question because I have a clear answer on my philosophy in my book.
Oh, okay.
More than 30 years, I have been meeting more than 3,000 people for recruiting interview. I checked only 4 things. One is a flexibility. Second one is a perseverance. Third one is logical thinking. Fourth one is the leadership.
Mm-hmm.
This is a consistent, even the changing everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is the four constant checkpoint for me to see the people.
Yeah, yeah. So this is kind of talking about technology evolving. As technology evolves, the ideal candidate profile for companies like Apple seems to be changing. What do you think will be the most significant changes? So you talked about the constants,
Yeah.
but what do you think will be the changes?
Biggest change maybe speed,
Speed,
velocity.
velocity, okay.
Yeah, I think so. So we need more flexibility,
Oh.
logical thinking,
Mm-hmm.
perseverance, leadership.
Mm-hmm.
That's the equal. Speed is dramatically changed.
So you think things are happening at a faster pace now?
Yeah.
You have to act faster?
Maybe 10 times
10 times
or
faster?
20 times compared
Uh-huh.
with 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
For example, every 4 years, IBM launched new product.
mm-hmm.
Can you guess? Looks
Oh.
like every 3 months or every 6 months, something happened.
Uh-huh.
Appeared, was born in
Yeah.
somewhere.
Mm.
That's kind of the change happened on the earth.
Mm.
You know, like Hollywood movies, you
Yeah.
know, it was like you're waiting, you know, for the next movie to come out. But
Mhm.
now it's like every day there's like a new Netflix video coming
Yeah,
up. you
yeah.
know. Or constantly there's new stuff coming up on your Instagram feed or
Mhm.
Facebook feed. So I think speed, just like
Mm.
everything happens so fast.
Yeah. Also goes into flexibility. If you're not flexible enough, if you're like, I'm going to do this, but the world is changing this way,
Mm.
but you're going this way. And then next thing you know, you're so far behind.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
even if you think this is the right way to go, you have to be flexible enough to adapt to.
Yeah, people
Changing
have
times.
no flexibility, very easily be negative,
Oh, okay.
kind of a sacrifice feeling
Mm.
has, so people can be positive because they have a flexibility,
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Yeah. All right. So the next question is about language.
Mhm.
And maybe Maya, this is in your neck of the woods.
Mm.
Beyond language fluency, what communication skills do you find most valuable in a multicultural business environment?
Mm-hmm. I feel this more and more that beyond language, you can sense like people who are considerate of other people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's kind of interesting because you think language, you think you need to speak out, you need to say what's on your mind.
Yeah.
But I think true leaders are actually very considerate of others.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I feel like people who can think about other people and not just
Mm.
themselves are going to become more and more successful
That's
in a
true.
multicultural business environment.
Yeah. And in fact, what about Apple? So the next question asks, how does Apple Japan handle communication challenges between English-speaking executives and Japanese team members?
That's a good thing. Unfortunately, the majority of the leader of each division
Uh-huh.
is a foreign people who can
Okay.
speak English more easily connect to the headquarters.
Uh-huh.
So that's the currently, even when I was CEO of the Apple Japan,
Mhm.
every other division head was foreign people,
Uh-huh.
American people, Canadian people. That's the going things. So how to communicate with the people is that the leader has to communicate with headquarters in English.
Yeah.
But the people work in Japan, like finance people or HR people,
Mm-hmm.
speak Japanese.
Yeah.
That's kind of the hybrid organization.
Yeah.
Is the American subsidiary in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. So honestly speaking, not everybody can speak English
True.
in a global company.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality.
Yeah, you'll be surprised
Mm.
that even if it's the most well-known global company, not everybody speaks English
Yeah.
there. But how does Apple Japan handle the communication challenge?
Originally, I hired a translator,
Uh-huh.
but it's difficult to transfer the passion
Yeah.
or real future to the people.
Mhm.
So I changed my strategy to encourage everybody to study English.
Ah.
I never allowed to communicate or hire a translator. You have no chance
Ah.
to rely on this. So you have to develop yourself.
Yeah.
If not, there are only way you have to leave this company.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point. You have no safety net
Yeah.
to fall back on. So you have to take English seriously and improve your language skills. Okay, so another question for Apple. What advice would you give to young professionals who aspire to work in a global tech company like Apple?
I think it's not a technical reason. If you have a passion, you want to work for this company. It's not the name of the company. What you want to achieve?
Mm-hmm.
What is your goal? If your goal is in your company, if you have a passion, everybody can understand you are the important person for this company.
Mm-hmm.
I had a career experience in Apple days. Honestly speaking, half of employee when I joined Apple, at that time Apple's business was horrible way.
Mm-hmm.
Half of employee just I love Apple.
Oh, okay.
That's
But they're
me.
working for Apple, but they thought it was horrible.
No, just they like Apple.
Uh-huh.
How to buy Apple product with employee discount.
Oh, okay.
Kind of the feeling I had.
Okay,
This
they're
is-
not passionate
This
about
is not
that.
the way. How do
Mm.
you help Apple business?
Uh-huh.
What do you want to do in Apple?
Uh-huh.
Only Apple you can do this kind of, you can achieve your dream, kind of the connection,
Mhm.
story you need. That
Okay.
is my message.
All right. Well, passion, it drives people, and you can tell fake passion and real passion.
Yeah, fake passion. Yeah.
Like, I just want the Apple
Yeah,
discount.
or, yeah, they were pretend.
Oh, pretend.
So not be fired.
Oh.
I want to work for this company because I love Apple, Apple, Apple. Those people is repeatedly say, I love Apple.
Mm. But time will tell.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
After a long time, yeah, time will tell. Okay, so we only have a few minutes left, but let's move on to so a lot of interest in Apple. Question number 16 says Japanese companies are known for their attention to detail and quality. I agree. So how does this cultural aspect align with Apple's philosophy?
It's a good question. A kind of the secret.
Mm-hmm.
Apple is a type of Japanese company.
Oh.
They really, really deep attention to the quality and design.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Jobs talked to me, Kenji, I really respect Sony.
Okay.
I learned a lot from Sony.
Mm-hmm.
I respect many people in Sony.
Mm-hmm.
But from now on, Sony will learn from me.
Oh.
Those kind of the deep respect. Steve talked to me. It's also secret. Kenji, Japan is a very important country. Originally, Japan's revenue was a worldwide number 2 next to America.
Yeah.
So your territory is directly report to America, not a group, one of a group of Asian Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
So you report to me directly.
Yeah.
So he care about very, very much about Japanese way,
Mm-hmm.
especially attention to the detail.
Yeah.
So for me, Apple is a kind of the Japanese company for the product point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Marketing style, sales style is quite different.
Mm-hmm.
But the technology itself is a very similar approach with a Japanese company.
Mm.
Especially, I was also fan of Sony. I was a
Oh.
Bio PC, 6 PC before joining Apple.
Oh.
So those kind of the message from Steve Jobs very easy. I can very easily understand well.
Yeah.
This is the Apple. So Apple has a nice product, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, Korea has the same way.
Oh.
Samsung, the approach is very similar with Apple and Sony, is my opinion.
I see.
Yeah.
So not compromising
Mhm.
on quality and detail. That is the key. But another question for Apple.
Okay.
We'll try to get this to quickly, so we'll have some time for the online audience who are watching to send us questions. Oh, by the way, if you're enjoying this conversation, if you have any questions, please type them in the chat and we will get to them at the end. So we'll get through this as quickly as we can. Number 17, we're almost there. What has been your biggest surprise or learning experience since taking the role at Apple Japan?
Oh, biggest surprise. Okay, many things, but a very important experience I want to share with you. After I joined Apple, Steve Jobs invited me the one secret meeting. The title was "Why Japan is so bad."
Really? That was the title of the meeting?
Why
Invitation?
Japan
Japan
is
is so
so
bad.
difficult to recover.
Uh-huh.
Just was 4 people, I and Tim Cook, and 2
Mm.
marketing people.
Mhm.
And the marketing people explained for 1 hour how they are doing great job. TV commercial, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I and Tim Cook was silent for 1 hour.
Oh.
And I prepared to be fired for this meeting.
Okay.
But during the meeting, Steve Jobs got mad to the marketing people.
Mhm.
Why what you were saying is correct? Can you will be happy?
Mm.
What are you talking? One guy was fired at that time.
Oh, okay.
And after the meeting, Steve came to me.
Mhm.
Just one word he said to me, I couldn't forget. Kenji, what can I do for you?
Oh.
Never happened in a Japanese company.
Oh,
I
yeah?
was so surprised in Apple. This
Mm.
is the biggest surprise, maybe
Mhm.
more than 100 surprise I have.
Oh. Wow. Oh, wow. Maybe you can write a book about my 100 surprises at Apple.
Maybe
Maybe like a ebook.
Yeah,
You know? You
maybe
can
million
download it.
seller will be.
Okay. All right. So, next question asks, thanks to AI, it seems the language barrier will rapidly diminish. As an engineer, do you think it's still necessary to learn languages as we do now? So I guess Kenji can also answer that. Maya can
No,
also
I
answer.
believe Maya.
Maya? Okay.
Yeah.
So language barrier will rapidly diminish thanks to AI like ChatGPT.
Mhm.
Do you think it's still necessary to learn language as we do now?
Mhm. I actually support a lot of students who want to do like speeches in English, and I help them create like a script. And a lot of them uses ChatGPT
Yeah.
to create it. But the problem is they can't just read it because they don't know the words.
Uh-huh.
They don't know how to pronounce the words.
Mhm.
So unless you can have ChatGPT also like do your voice for you, I think there's still kind of a little bit of a barrier left.
Yeah.
And I think the last thing is, do you want like to communicate with other people via like, okay, like, you show them your iPhone and then they show your iPhone and maybe that's how communication is going to be in the future. But I think like in the foreseeable future, the point of communicating with other people is really to exchange kind of like energy.
Exactly. Yeah. So 2025, we're living in a high-tech, high-touch world where the demand for human touch is increasing than ever. In the time where technology is advancing so much. So why am I here? Why did I physically fly into Tokyo to sit with Maya and Kenji to have a nice meal with them and do this live? I could have done this on Zoom very easily, but there is that energy that's transferred when you are face to face with other people. And ChatGPT and other AI tools can give you the perfectly written script, but it is your job to deliver that with the energy. You're transferring the energy, you're transferring the message. But if you don't know how to make those sounds, and English is a very tricky language because you don't read as is
Written.
it's written, right?
Mhm.
You make sounds that are not familiar in your own native language.
Mhm.
So learning, I would say AI has really cut down the time required to produce a beautifully written text.
Mhm.
But in terms of learning the language, like learning the sounds, learning the pronunciation, and learning the delivery, I think that still remains the same.
Yeah.
There is no shortcut.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
All right. So our last question, I think this is for me.
Mm. Dewey.
Dewey. Do you think that an introvert will be a good MC? And this is a great question. Personally, I'm not an introvert. I love people. Since I was a little girl, my mom really encouraged me to go on stage. Before even doing that, when we were having little family gatherings, she was like go up and like sing a song you learned from kindergarten. So it was very natural for me to go up in front of people to sing or dance. I'm not a good singer or a dancer. We're just doing things in front of other people. I naturally enjoy that. So being an MC is kind of a continuation of that. But I work with also many MCs who are very introverts. And I asked them, like, how do you do your job? Your job is to stand in front of hundreds of people. And they tell me, like, they don't love being in front of the public eye, but they treat it as their job. So somehow they can overcome that discomfort by just treating it as their job. And there are other aspects of emceeing that they enjoy. So can an introvert become a good MC? Absolutely, yes. I have seen very good MCs that they're introverts. So I hope that answered your question, Dewey. And we managed to answer all 21 questions
Yeah.
on time, and we have a little bit of time left for some Q&A. So if you're watching this on YouTube Live, we are looking at the chat right now. If you have a question, please let us know. Or if you want to say something, was this helpful? Write that in the chat. Yeah. Oh, Yukie is from Japan. Happy birthday. So we're just catching up. Hello, everyone. Sri Lanka, Switzerland, Colombo, Sri Lanka. I'm watching this on the bus heading to Fukui, Japan. I guess we're just catching up on old chat. We don't have any new chat messages coming up. Yeah, like a refresh button. Oh, yeah. So final thoughts. Kenji, what did you think of the Q&A today?
I'm so glad to have this kind of the chance. Even the last month, I was so happy. I never say something to Korean people directly on that stage.
Yeah.
I was so fortunate. My message. Also, I'm so surprised today's Pali culture of Korean people.
Pali culture.
Hano
coming to Japan very soon. She will live here, or she has to live here because of that time schedule.
Yeah.
Many surprise, but I'm so happy. So more and more deeply, I started to see the Korean drama because of Hanuru. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so flattered. Maya, what do you think about
I also, as Kenji was saying, we'd both like to really just, appreciate this opportunity, continuing from last month's talk show in this. I think we learned just how passionate Korean people are, and just seeing the enthusiasm of the people who want to learn English and who want to better their lives was a huge inspiration for us. I mean, if I were to compare Japanese people, I think they're a little bit more shy and reserved. And I don't think that many people would have asked questions as last time at the BBB Power Talk. So just the culture shock was a huge learning experience for us.
Yeah. We are so close, yet so different.
Yeah.
We are literally only 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Or
we look pretty similar.
Yeah.
We eat similar things. But there's the subtle changes that
Uh-huh.
create differences in our culture.